Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, we have new details in two shootings, one at a Des Moines high school, another happening in California.
Plus, Nebraska kids may struggle to get approved for their driver's licenses due to a shortage of driving instructors.
But first tonight, a trip to the veterinarian can be expensive. A newly introduced bill is looking to help with that. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. A new bill seeks to put some regulations onto a growing market.
Senator Beau Ballard is introducing a bill to protect pet owners. The bill is called Adopt the Pet Insurance Act, and Channel 8's Veronica Barreto looked into it today. She joins us now with more. Veronica?
Pet insurance is not something new in our state. Animal clinics say as people are looking for more options to protect their furry friends, they are also considering health care for them. Senator Ballard says as the veterinary bills increase and more people look to get their pets insured, the new bill provides need protections for the people of Nebraska. He says it will prevent predatory practices as the industry booms.
So this bill just sets up a basic framework for pet insurance, sets up some consumer protections that allows consumers to have some understanding or some peace of mind that they're getting the best quality product.
Some animal clinics in Lincoln are also in support of regulating the pet insurance market as the industry grows. If you want to know more about pet insurance, there are many resources you can take a look at. You can find that information on our website, klkntv.com. I will have more on this story at 6.
Veronica Barreto, thank you so much for our top story here at 5 o'clock. Staying with the legislature now, one senator wants more high school kids to get more involved.
His new bill would help to promote civic engagement among high school students. Channel 8's Matthew Mittleider has more.
If Senator George Duncan's bill were passed, high school students 16 and older would be able to fulfill their civics requirement to graduate by working a shift as a poll worker on Election Day. It would also add a student member to each district subcommittee on American civics to advise local school boards on social studies curriculum.
The proposal seems to be widely supported, including by the Nebraska State Education Association, who say civics helps students to engage in critical thinking and writing skills essential to their future.
People who are involved with their civic system are better participants, they understand government better, and they're more interested in participating in that system moving forward. What we're trying to do is make sure that students feel like they have their voices heard and they can be a part of that civic process early on, because it's going to instill in them, I think, a desire to remain good civic citizens and participating in voting.
The Nebraska Association of School Boards says mandating a student to a subcommittee is unnecessary because it's already allowed under state law. Other concerns were brought forward over how student members would be selected, what would happen if a student is absent, and whether the student would be given the same voting rights as elected board members.
Duncan says his proposal would still leave it up to the local school boards to appoint students to the committee, work with their schedules, and allow them to participate. The Education Committee didn't take any action on the bill after a hearing yesterday.
All right, Matthew, thank you very much. And speaking of our kids, some concern tonight. Nebraska is running low on driver's ed instructors. Right now, there aren't enough drivers for instructing across the state to meet the demands.
That's right. To teach driver's ed, you have to be certified in the state along with 24 hours of drive time with an already certified instructor. The problem? The drive time is currently available only here in Lincoln, and that's a big challenge for those who live far away from the capital city.
So if you're in Chadron and you have to become a driver education instructor or want to become a driver education instructor, you're going to have to go to Lincoln to do the drive time, to do those 24 hours.
He believes if the training is expanded to other cities across the state, it would help combat the shortage of driving instructors. For now, the program here in Lincoln is set to begin this spring. Nebraska's two casinos are raking in the money. Together, they generated $2.8 million in 2022.
That money is divided between several areas, including Nebraska Property Tax Relief Fund. Warhorse Gaming in Lincoln opened in September, and the Grand Island Casino opened just last month. The two casinos generated nearly $2 million for property tax relief last year. Both the city of Lincoln and Lancaster County will each receive $338,000. A single car crash caused delays this morning in northwest Lincoln after flipping into a ditch.
This all took place around 8 o'clock this morning. Southbound traffic near the intersection of Northwest 12th and Adams was closed for about 30 minutes as police worked the scene. They say 2 people in the vehicle at the time were not seriously injured. Nebraska state troopers are sharing a photo of a big drug bust they made.
It all happened in the western part of the state during 2 traffic stops. This is the photo troopers in Scottsbluff shared on Twitter. As you can see, a lot of drugs collected. Troopers seized over 300 pounds of marijuana. Both traffic stops happened in Kimball County.
A man wandered into Irving Middle School here in Lincoln twice yesterday morning, and he was escorted out both times. When he finally left the property, police say he drove into a parked car and then into a fence. He was eventually cited for DUI and trespassing. The school says it is reviewing the situation with LPS security.
A warrant has been issued for a woman accused of stealing from the Cambridge Dollar General. Police say 41-year-old Shawnette Caraca worked there at the time. They say surveillance video shows her and a man opening a safe and emptying thousands of dollars of cash into a bag and over $3,500 worth of cigarette cartons. The male suspect has not been identified. Now to a follow-up on a story we first brought to you yesterday. Des Moines police have charged an 18-year-old in connection with a deadly shooting there.
It happened at a school. 2 students were killed, and the founder of a nonprofit organization focused on helping at-risk youth there was injured.
I'm sad. This is sad. He tried to make this program for these kids. Like, the dude got it going on. He got studio, everything in there for them kids, for them to come in there and act like that.
18-year-old Preston Walls is now charged with first-degree murder, attempted murder, and gang participation. Police say he cut off a GPS ankle monitor 16 minutes before the shooting from a previous weapons charge. Just yesterday, we were covering that mass shooting in Monterey Park. Now, police in Northern California are investigating another massacre in Half Moon Bay.
San Mateo sheriff officials say deputies were dispatched to Mountain Mushroom Farm after a report of shooting with multiple victims. Shortly after, first responders were called to another scene about a mile away where 3 more had been killed. Later Monday evening, deputies taking down the suspected shooter, identified as 67-year-old Chun Li Zhao, found parked at a police substation.
All of the evidence we have points to this being the instance of workplace violence. The Mountain Mushroom Farm, the first location, is where the subject was employed.
11 lives were lost and 9 others were injured in East Los Angeles during Lunar New Year celebrations this weekend. This is the 3rd mass shooting in California in as many days and the 39th in the first 23 days of the year.
All right, let's check out your weather now with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Megan, we were talking right before the newscast. Snow is slowly melting a little bit right now anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of going away here and there. Temperatures just barely above freezing in many spots, and that's that slow melt that we really want. If everything melts off too quickly, it just kind of washes away. So hopefully this is all soaking into the soil, because that's exactly what everybody across the state of Nebraska needs right now. A few flurries just south of Lincoln, not much to be talking about there. Outside, maybe a snowflake or 2 in the Beatrice area. This is Shones Roofing at South 6th and Perkins Street. A quiet, cloudy, fairly mild day. 34 degrees in Beatrice, 34 degrees in Wymore. We got 35 in Nebraska City. Lincoln at 36 degrees. We've got just 30s about everywhere you look. 28 in Sydney is the cool spot. Not much of a wind. It's out of the north and west at 5, 10, maybe 15 miles per hour. But a quiet evening out there. 34 degrees as we head through this evening. A light northwest wind with mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures slowly dropping off. 33 degrees by 8 p.m. and 30 by 10 o'clock this evening with that light northwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few flurries in the forecast. More clouds in the forecast, and there is a chance for some, maybe some accumulating snow as we head through the weekend, and then another chance next week. So we kind of have an active period that's starting to kick in. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
Thank you, Rusty. A new COVID variant is beginning to take hold in the U.S. and here in Nebraska, but What exactly is it and how serious is it?
CHI health officials say the new strain, called XBB, is a combination of two previous COVID variants. They say it seems to be more contagious, but so far it has not shown signs of leading to more severe infections. They say it's also the most dominant variant we're seeing locally.
And this variant also seems more infectious. But thankfully, as far as hospitalization and severe illnesses are still staying steady, but it is more infectious as characteristics-wise.
CHI says variants will become a new norm as we might be seeing more and more. They say current vaccines do offer some protection against the latest variant. Amazon is expanding its push into healthcare with a $5 per month unlimited generic prescription drug delivery service.
The plan is called RX Pass. It includes 60 generic prescription drugs that treat various common conditions like allergies, inflammation, and high blood pressure. Amazon says the delivery service will launch immediately in most states, including Nebraska.
We should mention it is not available for customers enrolled in Medicare, Medicaid, or any other government healthcare program. You do not have to have insurance to get RX Pass, but you do have to have Amazon Prime, which costs $139 a year. The FDA is weighing in on allowable amounts of lead in baby food. Lead, along with arsenic and mercury, are in the World Health Organization's top 10 chemicals of concern for infants and children.
Now, new draft guidance by the FDA is suggesting a limit of 20 parts per billion or less of lead in single ingredient root vegetables and dry cereals. Now, because lead occurs naturally in soil, it can't be avoided completely in plants, but the FDA suggests a lower limit of 10 parts per billion on baby food. And coming up, classified documents were reportedly found at the Indiana home of former Vice President Mike Pence.
Latest on that in your full forecast after the break.
Now to another set of classified documents showing up at the private home of a former member of the White House.
Classified documents were reportedly found at the Indiana home of former Vice President Mike Pence, and the Department of Justice is reviewing the matter. According to letters obtained by ABC News, a representative for the former VP says that back on January 16th, Pence asked lawyers to review records that were stored in his home. That's when lawyers found a, quote, small number of documents that could potentially contain sensitive or classified information.
Now, 2 weeks ago, Pence was on Fox News saying the Department of Justice should treat Biden's investigation the same as Trump's. And in November, he told our ABC's David Muir he did not take any classified documents from the White House.
Let me ask you, as we sit here in your home office in Indiana, did you take any classified documents with you from the White House?
I did not.
Now, the DOJ is not commenting on this. The head of the Republican House Committee on Oversight and Accountability says Pence reached out to him saying he agreed to fully cooperate with any congressional oversight and questions on the matter.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Just a quiet gray kind of day out there. Plenty of cloud cover, maybe a flurry every now and then. Plenty of snow trying to stick around, but you know, you can see snow on the ground here and there and then, but you look in spots and it's melting away. Slowly but surely it has been going away, but you can see snow right there and there's snow there, but on that field and that field, just kind of depends on where you're at and what kind of surface is underneath of that snow, because temperatures are just barely warm enough to slowly melt things off. 37 Southeast Community College, 36 at the airport and East Campus, a couple of 35s Denton Road and Yankee Hill Road. Just about everybody's in the 30s right now. A touch cooler in York and Hastings at 28 degrees, 33 in Columbus, 33 in Grand Island. So again, just right around that freezing mark. Maybe a little above, maybe a little below, just enough to slowly melt off what little snow eastern and southeastern Nebraska has. Not much wind, a lot of calms out there. York, Aurora, Beatrice, all calm. Hebron is calm as well. Everybody else is below 10 miles an hour. That's going to change over the next 24 hours. Plenty of cloud cover out there, a couple of flurries trying to get going towards Gage County, maybe Pawnee County, maybe as far north as Johnson County, but most of this not hitting the ground, and if it is, it's 3, maybe 4 flakes, maybe 5. That's about it. Mostly cloudy skies for the rest of us. Maybe even a spot of clearing here and there, just a little bit of everything, but nothing too significant. So here's what Stormcast has for you. This is probably the most significant thing. Temperatures are not going to drop off tonight. In fact, they'll hover right around the middle 20s. In fact, this 27 at 1 o'clock early tomorrow morning will likely be our high for the day. Notice it just kind of slowly decreases as we head through Wednesday morning. This is 6 a.m. between 20 and 26 degrees, and then 25, and it's just not moving. It should start to go up by now. This is noon on Wednesday. Temperatures just hovering, but there it is, a tick up. 26 degrees by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I think we'll drop into the teens as a frontal boundary starts to move through Wednesday evening. So not a whole lot going on, but temperature-wise, it's just going to. You could go outside right now and it'll feel a lot warmer now than it will 24 hours from now. So an interesting 24 hours ahead. And then jumping forward a little bit, this is our next snowfall potential. This is Saturday, late afternoon into the evening hours and maybe lingering into Sunday. The best chance for snow will be kind of this loop here from about Valentine to O'Neill north, and then it tapers off the further south you get. So Lincoln, Grand Island, Broken Bow Long, and north of Interstate 80, the best chance, and I think the further north and northeast you go, the better chance for snowfall. It's early. This is for Saturday. Today's Tuesday, so that's a long way away. So until then, just a few flurries on Wednesday and Thursday, 26, 32 for a high on Thursday. And then I think a decent day on Friday, 42 degrees, and then another chance for that snow on Saturday and Sunday. That's what we were just talking about. And then along with that chance for snow, a frontal boundary will move through and allow Arctic air to come settle in for a while and make itself at home. We're looking at teens for highs Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Another chance for snow on Tuesday. February begins on Wednesday, if you can believe it. January's almost over, and then back into the teens we go as we head through the first part of February, including Groundhog Day. So a little up and down temperature-wise, but it does look like kind of a cold streak headed our way next week.
I noticed, still no negative numbers there on the lows. 1-0.
Just couldn't do it again.
Can't do it, not yet.
We've talked about this before, whether it's 0 or -1. Can you really tell a difference, right?
Yeah, it's cold.
So mentally, maybe it's best you keep it at 0 if you think it's
I'm going to do what I can.
-1.
I'm going to try really hard.
Think warm thoughts. Okay. Thanks, Rusty. A split day on Wall Street today. The Dow is up 104 points, but NASDAQ is down 30. S&P also losing just 3 points. Here are some of your local numbers as well. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, paying tribute.
Finally tonight, a Hastings girl with a big voice and a mic is moving people across the world.
A video of 11-year-old Ava Boniface singing at an Adams Central basketball game has been shared on Facebook right around 50,000 times, reaching close to 13 million people and counting. After teaching herself how to sing and practicing the national anthem, she performed in front of her first audience at age of 9.
Wow. She was then asked to sing at different high school games, which led her to the performance at Adams Central. She said she can't believe the support she's getting and hopes she can inspire other kids to chase their dreams just as she's done. And it's really cute. We didn't get to show you the whole story here, but in part of it, you actually see video of her when she's much younger, maybe like 2,
right,
singing to a Frozen song too. So she's been singing her whole life.
You know, for some people, it just comes naturally. She's 11. I don't know if I could have sang Mary Had a Little Lamb very well back then. I mean, let alone the national anthem. There are adults who have trouble singing that song, so good for her.
Incredible. Rusty, can we get one final check of the weather tonight from you?
Yeah, we've got an interesting thing going on. We're, you know, the tip of the iceberg, that kind of saying, well, that's kind of where Nebraska is at right now. We're at the very, very tippy top of a weather system, and you can see it, right? You see the snowflakes? I'm going to zoom in on those snowflakes. There we go, in southeastern Nebraska. Just a couple of flurries here and there. Now, if I told you this was part of a huge, huge weather system, you'd probably think I was nuts, but I'm going to zoom out and look at this thing. It's massive. It goes all the way down to Louisiana, where they're seeing tornado warnings, snow in parts of Oklahoma and northwestern Arkansas, rain changing to snow in parts of Missouri, eastern Kansas seeing the rain changing to snow as well. And here we are in Lincoln and southeast Nebraska, just a couple of flurries, and that's about it. So that's a huge storm system that we're just barely a part of. 27 degrees for the high on Wednesday. That will likely happen at midnight. Temperatures will hover in the middle 20s all day on Wednesday and eventually drop into the teens as we get into probably about 24 hours from now. Then on Thursday, back into the lower 30s, a few flurries here and there. Cloudy on Friday. Not a bad day to end the work week. 42 degrees. You know what, guys? I'm going to take that day off if you don't mind. And then 6 a.m. for tomorrow morning, 25, then 26. And notice I was talking how teens by this time tomorrow, that's about where we'll be. I think 18 degrees. Notice the wind too. That starts to pick up out of the north and northwest.
I have it written down here. Rusty taking Thursday off. Okay.
Thank you.
Friday. Thanks, Rusty. Thank you all for joining us.
See you at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
The spas are here. Truckloads of spas arriving weekly. Hurry in today. These spas are going fast. Spas are in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Supreme Spa and Move.
Closed captioning on